He also needs to get approval and submit a bunch of paperwork.
Yes.
But that's another story. He will be sharing his experience and what he learned from the High Performance Leadership Project, running a Toastmasters Leadership Institute makeup training session. Please welcome Marvin Corea with a speech titled Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda.
It was early or mid-August when this happened. The Toastmasters Leadership Institute makeup training, how exciting, right? For those that are not aware what the Toastmasters Leadership Institute is, it's where we get to learn, for our officers to learn the different roles that we have and how to perform well in those roles. Very useful training. There's a normal training session that is handled, and I think over a few hundred people show up to that one. On this particular occasion, there were about 50 to 60 people that were doing the makeup training because for some reason or another, they're not able to do the regular session. So we have to do a makeup training session. On this particular occasion, there were 3 divisions that we were doing, division C, D, and I, for this makeup training session. Now, which is, for the divisions, it's a good thing. For the one that is managing it, well, there's more involved. The nice thing for me is I had a great committee that was supporting me, starting with Michelle Atia, who is the division director of our division, and she's not here. I point to her because she's normally sitting there, but she's not here today.
We all look.
Yes, Michelle Thomas, yeah. And then we had the Division I and the Division D directors also as part of my committee. I couldn't have asked for a better committee really to support me in this engagement. That's one of the things that at the very beginning, that when I told Michelle Atia about it, and she told me, hey, why not do the makeup training? I already had a committee built in because of the division directors that were part of this activity. But going back to the lessons learned, one of the things that was very important that I could have done better is, and I had meetings throughout, which the High Performance Leadership Manual tells you all the steps they need to do, is go to see the venue beforehand. I didn't do that. We were there on the day and waiting for the venue master, the person that was in charge of the venue. The person that was in charge of the venue to actually go and tell us where we needed to go. We were there for at least half an hour. I'm one that doesn't get anxiety very easily, but half an hour before, where's our guy? Where do we need to go? But he made it, and we were set. One of the things to know beforehand is what rooms, because this was a church, and it was in a shopping center. So if you can figure a church within a shopping center, there were many rooms. It was probably like an old department store, and there are many rooms there. We didn't know where we needed to go, and we originally only had 3 assigned rooms. Luckily, and this was one of the feedback also, is know where the rooms are. Luckily, they expanded out to 6 spaces where we can do the training. But again, a blessing for all the trainers that were able to join and help us. The call for trainers was successful. They came back and they were flexible enough and that's the beauty of Toastmasters, that they're flexible. Something we learned, I know I learned that day. and they were able to go to their particular area, and it worked out. Next thing was talk to your committee. You would think that this would be something that I would do regularly, but I didn't use my committee to the fullest extent possible. Cumulatively, probably within the 3 people that were in the committee, there were at least 20 to 30 years of experience with Toastmasters. Now, I have maybe 5 years of experience with Toastmasters, which is not a little bit, but still, I could have used that experience from all these 3 people and others, the trainers there, to really perform to the best ability possible. So that's something else. Use the people that you have on your team to the fullest extent possible. Delegate as much as possible. Then finally, the third thing is communication. Communication. I shoulda, coulda, woulda communicated more, because they told me after the fact that they were expecting me to say, hey, this is going on, this is not going on, I'm waiting for this, I'm waiting for that. And as the leader, as the chair of this TLI, I should have communicated more, which really is valuable feedback, not just for TLI itself, but in life. I get that, I can use that at work. Any of these tips that I learn, I can use them at work as well, or in life, or with family. There's no such thing as, maybe there's such thing as over communication, but for the most part, communicate, especially with dealing with clients. I know I deal with clients regularly, and if you don't communicate, it's a problem, because they don't know where you are with what you're doing. So that's the 3 things that I learned. But overall, it was a great experience. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fact that I finished my high performance leadership project. Yes, thank you, David. Yeah. And it was a success. It was a success. I got good feedback from it. All the trainers were happy, and 60 people were trained for the makeup training session. What more can I ask for? Madam.